Hi everyone, my name is Vishal Singh and I'll be teaching you chess today. So in the previous class, we were almost done with defending by interposing and we'll be completing that in a minute now. And once we're done with that, we'll be moving on to defending by capturing the attacker. So we'll be completing defending by interposing today, that's final, and we'll be moving on to defending by capturing the attacker. Okay, so let's begin with the class. Okay, so this was the last puzzle that we did, I'm pretty sure. So I'll wrap it up really quickly. So in this puzzle, you're playing as white, and this enemy rook over here is trying to capture your enemy pawn. Why? Because if the path is pretty much clear for the pawn if the rook is out of the way. When the pawn reaches the top, it becomes the queen or any piece that you wanted to become. So the enemy is trying to eliminate this pawn right now when it has the chance. What we can do to save it is get a rook over here at f6 in between to b6 to block the attack range of the enemy rook and in return attack the enemy. You might be wondering why cannot the enemy rook just capture our rook? Well, it can, but our rook will then be supported by the bishop here at e3. So even if the exchange does happen, it will be an equal exchange, a completely fair trade. And once both the rooks are out, we can then take our pawn to the top and come and make it any piece that we wanted. Okay, so this was about the last puzzle we solved. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so here you're playing as white again. Pause the video, look which of your pieces is being attacked, think of a possible solution, and then come back and let's match the solutions. All right. Well, hopefully you did pause the video and then you come back. So the piece that is under attack, you're playing as white again. Let's see. These three are not under attack. Definitely, king is definitely not under attack. The bishop seems to be pretty much safe, right? Yeah. The horse is safe as well. The knight is safe. These pawns look safe as well. The only piece that is under attack is the pawn here at f2 by what? The enemy bishop. Now, since there's a knight just right ahead of our pawn, we cannot move it ahead. We cannot escape. The pawn can only move in one direction, so escape doesn't seem to be an option. We need to protect it using a different piece. What can we do? Well, we can utilize, let's see, we can utilize our knight, but we'll be giving it away for free, right? What if I play knight to d4? The enemy bishop will then just capture it for free. Then we can, like, our pawn will be saved, that's for sure, but we'll be giving away our knight. 3 points for free. We do not want that. I'd rather give away my pawn. That would be just worth 1 point. So what can we do? Any other thing we can do? None of these pawn will help. So we can utilize our bishop over here. The pawn over here is in a black box. The enemy bishop is in the black box, and we have a bishop that is in a black box too, and the path is pretty much clear. So we can utilize the bishop by playing what? Bishop to e3. By doing this, now even if the enemy bishop tries to capture our bishop is then supported by the pawn. So even if the exchange does happen, we'll be losing 3 points and we'll be gaining 3 points as well. So rather than just losing 1 point and going into negative, we have equalized the trade. Okay, so we will still be on equal terms. We, as in we and our opponent. Got it? Rather than being in disadvantage, we will be on equal points. All right. So this completes the defending by interposing. We have finally completed defending by interposing. It was a little difficult, I agree. But I hope you get what the point is, how you can defend using a different piece when the need arises, when your other piece has no options to, has no means to escape or protect itself. Okay, so this completes defending by interposing. Now we will head on to defending by capturing the attacker. So now we have to capture the piece that is attacking our piece. So if you cannot escape, you cannot protect the piece by interposing, you cannot defend by moving away, there's another way. You can capture the piece that is threatening your piece. Got it? So that is also what we can do if you have the option available. Okay, so in this case, I won't tell you to pause the video. This is the first example. So in this case, you're playing as white and you see your white knight is under threat by the enemy knight. Well, in this case, the enemy knight isn't protected, right? So is it a threat? Well, it is a threat if you choose to ignore the threat and play any other move. Well, then then you'll definitely be captured. But what if you don't ignore and you went in for the enemy knight in return? Well, you just captured the piece that was threatening you. So this is what it is. But this is a very simple example. This really won't be happening in an actual game. The puzzles further ahead, that will be more real game like situations. Okay, so this was just to make you understand the point. Got it? Okay, let's now move ahead to the next puzzle. All right, so in this case you're playing as white again, and the piece that is attacking you is the enemy bishop again. The enemy bishop is not just attacking the pawn, it is attacking the knight and the bishop. So would you like to give away your knight, or would you like to capture the enemy bishop? You have the option. So the answer is quite simple to this. You would definitely go in and capture the bishop. It is very simple. But it okay. Let's move ahead. Okay, here you're playing as black, and as you can see, the enemy bishop is again trying to capture your knight. Okay, I forgot to ask you guys to pause the video, but from next puzzle onwards, I hope you do pause the video and then come back. Okay, so you're playing as black over here, and the enemy bishop is trying to capture your knight. What can you do? You can escape, but why escape when you can in return capture the enemy piece for free, right? There is no, that doesn't seem to, it doesn't like make sense. If you can capture the enemy piece for free, why would you choose to run or to protect your piece by interposing, right? You should definitely go in for the kill if you have the option. So the best option over here would be pawn to e4. What did you just got a piece for free? Really simple. Okay, let's head on to the next one. Okay, you're playing as black over here again. Pause the video, look for the solution, look for the piece that is under the attack, and look for the solution, and come back and then play the video. Okay. So here you're playing as black, and the piece that is under attack would be your rook. So your rook is under attack, and the rook has a lot of options to escape. You know, it will be safe in a lot of blocks. So that is okay. But the piece that is attacking our rook, it's not protected itself, right? There's nothing supporting this enemy bishop. So can we take it? Can we take it out? Running is an option. Okay, we can run away. Defending by interposing doesn't seem to be an option over here, because the piece that was in the path has already moved away. So defending by interposing is out of the option. Defending by moving away is an option, but how about defending by capturing the attacker? We have a bishop over here, our own bishop, and the enemy bishop seems to be unprotected. So the best option would be to capture the enemy bishop, correct? We'll be taking away the enemy's 3 points for completely free, in nothing for exchange. So that is a good trade from our perspective. All right. So the best answer to this would be bishop to d4. Got it? Really simple. Okay. Okay, so in this case, you are playing as black again. Go ahead, pause the video. I've told you what you're playing as. Then tell me what is under attack and what you can do to avoid that. Okay. Now, in this scenario, your rook is under attack, and not only your rook, actually your bishop as well. You see the enemy rook here at c1 is not only trying to attack your rook, but also your bishop, because it doesn't matter where you move in the c file, your rook will always be under the attack range of the enemy rook, correct? So moving up and down is not an option. Doesn't matter where you move, you will be killed. How about moving towards the right and left? Well, we can do that. Defending by moving away does seem to be an option, but will it work to our advantage? Because as soon as I move away, the attack range of the enemy rook will extend till our bishop, and will be giving away 3 points for nothing. So basically, our rook is pinned in a way. If we move up and down, we are killed. If we move sideways, we lose 3 points for nothing. So what is the best option? So defending by moving away is out of the option. Defending by interposing doesn't seem to be an option. There's nothing that can come in between. So the only option left over here is defending by capturing the attacker. What we can do is we can go in for the exchange. We take the enemy rook, we take 5 points. The enemy rook here at h1 will take our rook, then we give 5 points. So that would be a completely fair exchange and a fair trade. So that is the best possible option we can do right now. Got it? Quite simple. So the answer to this would be rook to c1. And the enemy would most likely play rook to c1 also. Got it? Okay. So that was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys understood what defending by capturing the attacker means. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.